everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shanee, and if you are coming across this video for the first time, this channel focuses on all things fragrance. We're going to talk about niche designer and some affordable fragrances. If that is something that interests you, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And if you're already a subscriber, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you won't miss out on it. Guys, this is an impromptu video. I'm actually on my way out to the mall to see if I can locate these fragrances that I'm going to tell you guys about. So just like you saw the title, I'm going to let you all know what are some of the new fragrances that will be dropping in 2020. I got my hands on a list and I did a couple, a little research on these particular fragrances, and there are some that I am super excited to share with you guys about. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the video. I'm actually right here going to show you guys the bottle of what it looks like, because obviously I don't have any of these fragrances. They are new on the market and some of them haven't even come out yet, but I want to share them with you guys so you can look out for them when they come out. Okay, so I have my iPad here with all my notes on it. So the first fragrance that I'm going to show here is Byredo. Byredo is a niche company that is coming out with a new fragrance entitled or called Deep Viola. So I don't have any Byredo fragrances in my collection. I don't know why. I just haven't really gotten into the trend of Byredo. As you see the picture, it is very chic. It's very modern. The bottle is very minimalistic. I do like that, but I haven't really gotten into the fragrances. A lot of people say, or I've heard a lot of complaints about the particular line that doesn't last long for the particular price point. And if you are familiar with Byredo, then you know that the price point is very sky high. So it is Deep Viola. That's what it's called, and it's going to have the notes of saffron, iris, violet, leather, oud, vanilla, and bergamot. So this particular fragrance, I see it's already out. So it came out in June of 2020, and it is located exclusively at Herrera. So I'm not sure if this is something that will be coming to the US, like in a Macy's or Nordstrom's. I'm not really too sure, but I'm assuming that you can find this on the Byredo website or on the Harrods website. I've been to that store in the UK. It's a very nice store. So it does say that it's exclusively at Harrods. So look it up and see if it's something you're interested in that you can purchase. So one thing I did read up on about it is an intense evening scent filled with violet. So if anyone knows violet, it is kind of like I wouldn't say it's one of those fragrances. I wouldn't say a violet is one of those in-your-face fragrances. It's very toned down, so it's very soothing. The notes do sound amazing. Now, that's something I will say as far as like the iris and the vanilla. I don't have any fragrances that have violet in them, so I'm kind of, intrigued to see what that will be about. One thing I will say is that I kind of want to get a sample of it. I'm probably not going to be able to. I'll see. I want to see on Harrods if they're going to be like offering like a little decanter, or if someone in the fragrance community over on Facebook or something like that has a decanter of this particular fragrances, only because with Byredo, they're known to have amazing fragrances in the beginning, but they don't last long at all. And so it's something I kind of will want to test out first before I drop that penny and buy any Byredo fragrance that I want in my collection. So as I was saying, it is a little pricey. So for 100 ml, which is about 3.4 fluid ounces, it's going to run you $186. So that's why I was saying before I just jump into it, I need to see what the lasting power of is it. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about, which I'm kind of excited about, because the next one is YSL Libra Intense. So they're coming out with an intense version of the fragrance that a lot of people like now. And if you saw my not worth the hype video, I didn't really like Libre. I tried to get into it only because of how the packaging looked, and I felt like that wasn't really a good way, or I wasn't going to use it. So it was no point in me having it just to have it on my counter and just for it to take up space. So they are coming out with an intense version, and in the intense version, it's going to have citrus, lavender, jasmine, tonka bean, vanilla, vetiver. Okay, so it does say that it's going to be a citrus white floral fragrance, but it does have that little spiciness to it within the tonka bean and the vetiver. So I'm kind of intrigued to see about this one. Now, I don't know how I feel about it, because the original one I didn't like, and I just didn't get the hype on it. So I'm gonna see about the intense version to see if they amped it up a little bit, but I don't know how I feel about it being with the citrus in it, but we'll see as well. This is for women who follow instincts and lived life to the fullest. That's what the website says when it talks about the fragrance. So we're gonna see if it lives up to it. I'm not too sure when this actually launches. I didn't have a date, or they didn't say or specify when it will be coming out in 2020, so I don't have that information. Sorry about that. If anyone does or knows when Libre Intense will drop, can you put it down in the description box below? I would really appreciate it because I kind of want to smell it. So I'll probably go into Sephora. Sephora always has those new fragrances for you to test, especially Libre. Libre is a fragrance that they will definitely have the intense version, because when the original dropped, they were the first ones to have it, at the mall I went to. So it says that it is certainly kind of like the original, but it's supposed to blend the lavender the original one was supposed to blend the lavender and the orange blossom, but this one has all of those except the orange blossom. So it's supposed to blend the lavender and add the spicy notes, and then also add citrus and a depthness to it. I guess that's where the spicy comes from. So I'm kind of like on the fence about it a little bit, only because I feel like with the citrus and the orange blossom, I kind of want to see how that's going to work well in with the spiciness. So I'm kind of intrigued about it. I do want to smell it. So we'll see how it goes. So for a 50 ml it is $90, and then for a 90 ml it's $115. So that's not too bad for a particular fragrance. I think that's how much the original is as well. So we'll just see when it comes out. The next one, I was actually talking to people over on Instagram about this, and this is Versace Arrows, the Eau de Parfum. So the original Arrows, I know a lot of people are probably thinking like, that's a male fragrance. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I went to Sephora, this was like a couple of years ago, and I actually got the roller ball, or the travel spray of it, and I actually still have it in my car, and I sprayed it and I fell in love with this fragrance. And I didn't realize that it was a male fragrance. The original Versace Arrows is a toilette version. So when I sprayed it, it was amazing. And I kept wearing it. And it wasn't until a couple of months later when I figured out that it is not a woman's fragrance. It's a male fragrance. But just a little secret, I haven't stopped wearing it. So I love this particular fragrance. And I feel like, fragrance is... it's up to you. If it's a male fragrance and you like it and it goes with your body chemistry, wear it. Girl, don't nobody care what I think. Don't nobody care what this world thinks. Wear what you want to wear. Is your fragrance. So with the new Versace, it's in a parfum version or perfume version, EDP. It's going to have lemon, spearmint, apple, geranium, sage, vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, leather, and vanilla. So this is supposed to be a sweet balsamic fragrance that has green notes in it. And this will bring sensual, calming, and uplifting vibes towards you. So we'll see. It's classified to be an oriental wood, and I can kind of see that because of the sandalwood and the vetiver and things like that. One thing I did see when I read up on it, and people said that this might be an actual sweet version of the original one, because it has like that lemon and it has the apple in it. So a lot of people were saying maybe it won't come off as too mature as the original one. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I particularly like the Arrows, the original one, the toilette. And it was kind of shocking that I saw that a lot of people, men and women, didn't really like the toilette. I did. I don't know why. Maybe it just mixed in good with my chemistry, but we'll see about the parfum one to see if that sweetness note will mess it up for me. I hope not, but I'm gonna check this one out. I don't have a date on this one as well. It does come out in 2020. I don't have a particular launch date for it, but just look out for it. Also, I couldn't get the pricing for this particular one, but it is about, I'm assuming because I'm basing it off of the toilette version. The toilette version for the 3.4 ounces, I think it was like $88. So of course for a parfum, it's going to be a tad bit not a tad bit more than the toilette because of the oils that are more concentrated within the fragrance. So I'm assuming that's going to be around for a 100 ml or 3.4 ounces. You might get it for about like $95 or $100. That's kind of where I'm basing it off of. So I would say around there is where will be a price point for this particular fragrance, but don't quote me. But this is just how I feel, because if the toilette is $88, then the parfum should be a little bit more than that. So around the 90, 100 range. Okay. So the next one I have, I'm really excited about. So if anyone knows me, my signature scent is always Coco Mademoiselle. So Coco Mademoiselle has a flanker that is coming out, and it is Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle Le Eau Privée. So, Privée. Privee, Privée, I guess. So when I looked, I was excited to find this one. This one is supposed to drop August of 2020. So we're in the August month, so it's supposed to drop sometime, I think, at the end of the month. So I'm really excited to get this one. This one is meant, when I saw it, I was kind of intrigued because it says on the bottle and in the description, this fragrance is meant to be worn at night. Now, at night, it means bedtime. It doesn't mean like going out to the club or nothing like that. This is supposed to be specifically made to wear to bed. So I'm kind of intrigued about that. The notes in this are mandarin, jasmine, absolute, rose, and white musk. So this one is supposed to be a more soothing, delicate version of the original one. A lot of people said that the original one was a little bit more harsh and it was more in your face. So this one's supposed to be more calming and more soothing to wear to bed. It also has the softer woody notes in them, and is to be used on your hair and skin at bedtime. I don't know. I do wear fragrance in my hair, so don't get me wrong. Some people don't particularly, so you can do it as well. I'm actually excited about this one only because, but I'm kind of have mixed feelings about this one. I love my original Coco Mademoiselle because of the sharpness, the in your face, but then that dry down that is very delicate in my opinion. So I hope that this one lasts a long time because it is known, or it's meant to be for bed, so it's meant to be more calming, you know, and more soothing. So I hope it doesn't disappoint as far as longevity and the lasting part. But I kind of feel like, you know, at bedtime, who wants to have a sharp perfume that's all in your face while you're trying to go to bed? So I understand that as well. So I'm definitely excited to smell this one or try it out as well. And so this is one that I will have on my list to try when it comes out. It is available in a 50 ml and a 100 ml. I'm not too sure of how much it costs, but basing on the Coco Mademoiselle pricing now, I think it's like $128 for like a 3.4, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think you're in that range. So like $128, $130, I'm going to kind of pin that price point for this particular fragrance. All right, so I only have two more that are good. The next one I'm really excited about as well, and this is Tom Ford's Black Orchid Parfum. So the original, there is an original black orchid. There's no such thing as a black orchid, just for people who know. But in this particular fragrance, it is black truffle, ylang ylang, black orchid, black plum, rum, and patchouli. And so if you like the black orchid family or collection within Tom Ford, you have Orchid Soleil, you have Velvet Orchid, you have your original black orchid, and this is the Parfum edition. This one is in the gold bottle. I'm excited to see about this, but I'm going to be honest with you. I would only get a small decanter of it because to me the black orchid itself is already strong for my particular taste, as far as, you know, the orchid and the black truffle and things like that. But I'm kind of intrigued because the Parfum version is supposed to be ylang ylang dipped in rum. So I think it's going to have that sweetness to it, and then it also has they added plum to it. I don't think the original had plum as well, and it does have the black truffle in it, so that's going to give it definitely that punch. So if you're already familiar with black orchid, you know that this is a strong fragrance off the bat in general. So having an intense version or having a Parfum version of it, this might be a very strong fragrance, and it is said to be the strongest of all the Tom Ford Orchid collection fragrances. Okay, this is a oriental floral. That's what they're considering it as, and it is actually already out on the Tom Ford website. So if you wanted to buy it, it is available already. I'm not sure if it's in department stores. I don't think so, but it is on the Tom Ford website if anyone is interested in going and looking it up and even purchasing the fragrance. Okay, so it is supposed to be an enhancement of the original black orchid, like I said before, so just a stronger version of it. It is available in 50 ml for $150, and it is also available for 100 ml for $195. So it is a higher price fragrance, so I would definitely say maybe get a sample of it, or if you know that you like black orchid already and you want to just get a more powerful version of it or a stronger version, this one might be something for you. All right, so the last one that I have on my list is one that I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm gonna be honest with you. So this is Carolina Herrera Good Girl Supreme. So this is a flanker of the original Good Girl that they have. Is the notes will be berries, jasmine, tuberose, tonka bean, and vetiver. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. When I looked it up, because I kind of wanted to see the difference. And this is a limited edition, so it will go out and probably come back. If it does, it'll probably come back in like the I've seen these go out and come back like in the Christmas months and Black Friday and things like that. So you can probably get your hands on it as well. I'm not sure. Actually, it's already out. This particular fragrance is already out. So if you're wanting to go look at it, you can go on their website. I think they have it at different department stores as well. So check it out. The only difference that I saw in this particular fragrance, the Supreme versus the original one that I have, is that they added berries. So they are in the original one is already tuberose, is already jasmine, tonka bean. They have cacao in the original one, so give it a little bit of depthness to it, and they also have vetiver. So I kind of feel like this is more of a juicier. So I feel like you put berries, put a juicier touch to the original one, and that's the Supreme in my opinion. I don't think it's anything too wild about. Some people might like it. I am going to give it a sniff and just see my opinion on it as well, but that is the only thing that's added to this fragrance. Than the original one is just berry, so it's just a fruitier, more juicier take on it than the original one. It is available in 50 ml for $90. So these are the fragrances, guys, that are new in 2020. Of course, there are a lot more coming, but these are the ones that just piqued my interest, and I wanted to share them all with you. So go check them out, see if you like them as well. I'll put in the description box below the ones that I shared with you all. So if you, just in case you want to go look them up for yourself, you definitely can. So I would recommend going to look at the ones that are already out. So the Black Orchid that's already out, get a sniff of that first, just the original one. And if you feel like, okay, that's good enough, then okay. But the intense version or the parfum version, that might be or might give people a little bit of a headache if you're not used to the Black Orchid regular one as well. So the one I'm excited about, that one, the Tom Ford one, the Coco Mademoiselle Privée, I'm very excited about that one. I'm excited to try or even smell the Libre Intense because I didn't really like the original one. So let's see how the Intense one does. And then I'm kind of not really excited, but I do want to smell the Versace, the parfum one, the Arrows parfum. I do want to, you know, just experience that one. Not buy it probably because I already like the original one, or but I do want to experience that one as well. The Supreme, I just kind of want to see what it looks like. In my opinion, it kind of just glittery. A glittery take on the original heel, so we'll see about that one. So these are the ones that will be coming out or are already out on the market for 2020. So guys, before I want to run out to the store to try and look for these new fragrances that might be in my department store, I wanted to thank you all for joining me today and listening to the new releases that will be coming out in 2020, or some that have already come out this year. If you liked the video that I gave to you today, please hit the like button down below, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It is greatly appreciated. I would love to add you all to the Style of Scent family. Also, don't forget to follow me over on social media or Instagram on the Style of Scent. And until the next video, guys,